Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got for you something slightly different, but it is related to e-bikes. Stick around for a little bit, we'll show you how. Today I'm going to be showing you this Veeniix V11Air drone. We're going to get this thing out of the box, show you what's in the kit, and review it. This drone comes in a real nice carrying case like this. It says Veeniix down here on the side. Bring this thing with you when you're getting ready to do one of your adventures, ride your e-bikes, go camping, hunting, or fishing. As you can see, everything comes packed up nicely in this case. Everything fits into its own little compartment. Let's take a look at these batteries. They are 7.7 volts, 3200 milliamp hour capacity. You're supposed to be able to get 70 minutes of flight time out of this drone, and that is using the 2 batteries, so you're going to get 35 minutes on each battery. That's a pretty long flight time. This is what the drone looks like after you extend the arms. It does say V11Air right here. It says Veeniix on top. This one has the legs installed on the arms already. This is the little cover that covers the camera. Just take that off carefully. Set that aside. Just look at your little camera gimbal on the front. This thing can shoot in 4K 30. Can also take 6K pictures. Here's what the controller looks like. Fits pretty nice in your hands. The little knobs that go right here for the controls are actually located down here in the bottom. So you just get those out down here in the bottom. And you screw those in. Let's get rid of this plastic. Now it looks really nice and shiny. If you're like me and you've never even flown a drone before, I'm going to show you some features they give you here that's really going to help you out a lot. On this card, you've got your QR codes where you can download some tutorials and you can download the app that you're going to use with this drone. They give you this little card right here, which I think is pretty neat. This has all the drone instructions. You can put this right over the top of the controller. So if you've never flown a drone like this before, this little instruction guide is really going to help you out early on to learn what all these buttons do and what everything does. They got each one of them listed here. If you're brand new to flying drones, you're probably going to crash it a time or two, so they do give you a bag that has some extra blades and a little screwdriver to change the blades. That's nice. There is a full user manual if you need to get into that. There's actually 3 different data cables in here. This is what you're going to use to connect your phone to the remote control. This one is a Lightning. This one is an old school USB. Hardly see that anymore. Underneath the phone mount, there's another one installed, and it is a USB-C. Of course, most modern phones are going to use this style. You can see here that it's marked on top that this end stays with the remote control. All right, guys, one thing you got to make sure of is you got to make sure you download the right app. Make sure you scan this code right here and get the app for Android or iOS, whichever one you need. I just tried to search in the Play Store, and they do have another Veeniix Air app, but that's for a different drone. I downloaded that and it did not work. This one is the Veeniix Air Mini, which if you scan the QR code, you get the correct app. All right, so let's confirm here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on the remote control. It's going to start beeping because it's going to be trying to connect. You hold the button right here on the battery until you hear the drone come on. You get that noise. And as you can see, the drone has these flashing lights here. In the manual, there's a page that shows you what all the flashing lights mean, because there's green flashing lights, there's yellow flashing lights, there's red flashing lights, and they all mean something different. So you need to look at the manual and learn what these flashing lights mean. Some of them start flashing a certain color when you start recording, for example. So we're just waiting for this to connect right now. It's searching for the drone, and then it's searching for GPS. Now it's looking for a GPS signal. All right, our camera's already on. But as you can see, it's a little dark because guess what's still on the drone? The little lens cover is still on there. So let's get that off of there. There you go. The gimbal's doing its self-test. Every time you start it up, the little gimbal's going to do its little self-test. So it's important actually to have this off so it doesn't get damaged during the self-test. This should have been off already, but it looks like we survived this one. Let me get the little sticker off the lens there. All right, now you can see on my camera there. Let's see, where am I at? Huh, that's funny. You move the drone and the little gimbal stays perfectly aligned, but that's exactly what it's supposed to do. So if I wanted to gimbal that camera up, there is a little gimbal here on the side of the remote control, that little roller ball right there. It might not go higher because, of course, when you're flying the drone, you're going to be looking down. Yep, that's as high as it goes. All right, so the app is working. The drone is working. We got good camera feed going on there. You can see it's very clear, very smooth. Next thing we're going to do now is actually we're going to take this drone out. We're going to fly it. Going to film one of my e-bikes with it, and just see how it operates and get a feel for it. Like I said, this is my first drone, so let's take this thing out and give it a try. All right, guys, I brought the drone out here to the park. Hit it one short and one long till that turns on. We're gonna turn the drone on, hold the button, turn the drone on till you get that noise. Then the drone will connect. It's gonna look for GPS. I'm gonna move us over here. Not sure if you're supposed to move it while it's connecting or not, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. It's important to take this gimbal cover off before you turn it on, I believe, because the gimbal is supposed to do its little self-test. So I'm gonna turn it on again. You see that? See that little gimbal doing its little self-test? So that's why you wanna make sure you take this cover off first before you power this thing up. I keep forgetting to do that, but I'm getting the hang of it. All right, I'm gonna set it there on the ground. I've only flown a drone one time, and this is gonna be the second time. This one here, get that plastic out of there. You have to bring these two controls down and in, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock position to start up the motors on the drone. Like that. Now the drone is on. We're gonna simply raise it up. Just go slow. I mean, you're brand new, so go slow. Look at that. Does that look hard to you? And the left stick here, go back and forth to the left and right. All it's gonna do is turn the drone around like that. Turn to the left. Get it looking at us. Let me figure out how to start the record here. All right, we started recording. All right, and then the problem with when you turn it to you, everything is kind of reversed at that point. So left is going to the right, and right is going to the left. That's until you face it away from you. Then everything will be back to normal. And I'll show you the other controls if you've never done this before. Let's see. This is just down and up on this left side. Then it hovers. This other one will tilt it left and right. See, it'll tilt the drone to the left, tilt the drone to the right. If you push it forward, it's going to move. Tilt the drone forward, it's going to move forward. You can also bring it back to you. Now, see, I'm putting small inputs in. If you put harder inputs in, it's going to go faster. Now, this drone has 2 speeds. This is in the normal speed, and it does have a sport mode speed, so you can get faster movements out of it. Once you learn how to do it, and then so you start using it in sport mode, you'll be able to sling this thing around. It's telling me it's limited because we're in beginner mode. All right, let's try to... I'm gonna wait for this pop-up again to pop up. If it tells me we're in beginner mode, there. How do we change that? Turn off beginner mode, flight settings. All right, let's see if we can do that right now. But you do have some tracking here. Look at that wind. That wind is taking us wild there. I want to see how it handles it. I think I need to put in some counteracting because the wind is getting kind of crazy. I'm gonna bring it back to me here. Try to figure out if I can get rid of this beginner mode stuff. Let's go up high. And you'll see I can bring the camera up and down. I'm gonna point it down to me. There I am right there. Pretty cool. Let me turn around here and scan the park. I'll bring the camera back up a little bit. We're dealing with some pretty strong winds up there. There you go. Now we can look over the horizon. Let's see how high we can go here. You gotta stay within the FAA limits. I believe that is 500 feet, but I'm not even totally sure about that. Just follow your rules and regulations, of course. Wow, the wind. This thing's pretty stable though. For a beginner, I'm doing just fine. Let me pan around the park here. There's a car. I don't know if I can pan down and see myself from this high up or not. I probably can if I back up. Let me back the drone up a little farther away. Don't forget your controls are reversed. Oh, there I am right there. See me waving? I don't know how high we are. Okay, there I am, 82 feet high. We're 82 feet high, so it tells you here at the bottom your distance, your height, your speed. I'm gonna bring it back down here to me. I need to remember which way to pan this camera tilt as I go. That's a skill that you'll learn over time. When to pan the camera and bring the drone to you and all that at the same time. Reversed controls. Pretty cool, guys. It's pretty cool. It gets into this little oscillation with the wind. Sometimes you gotta just counteract it a little bit. It's not that hard. All right, it's a little harder to fly in reverse, put it that way. When it's flying away from you, it's just a bit easier. So I'm gonna bring it in here and pan around this bike. This is what I'm gonna be using it for, so. Looking at, we're still 70%. After all this flight time we've done, still showing 70% on the battery. That's pretty cool right there. Gotta keep it out of that oscillation. Gets into a little bit of oscillation with the wind at times. Until you get really good at it, don't get too close to anything. Pan left. Nice shot. You raise it up a little higher. Then you can, don't forget to pan your camera down. It's a little easier from farther back. But I can swing to the left. I can roll it, spin it to the right. I can swing to the right and spin it to the left at the same time. I mean, that's a pretty cool feature right there, like a little orbit. Pretty awesome, guys, pretty awesome. And you'll just get better and better at this as you learn how to do it. Let me spin it to me. Got the little oscillation going here. Let me cancel that out. There you go. Just the wind. It's almost like a little bit of a sailboat effect in a way. When you put it at a certain angle to the wind, it's wanting to almost like ride like a wave a little bit or something like that. So it doesn't do that when it's facing different directions, just when it's facing like right to a certain angle of the wind. Pretty cool, guys. What do you think? I brought it to automatic landing. We'll see what this thing does. It's coming down. It's coming down. Pretty awesome, guys. You think I did bad at all for being my second time flying this? The first time I flew this thing was, look, it shuts all the way down. The first time I flew this was in my front yard. I flew it for about 3 minutes just to see what it did. So this is literally my second flight on this drone. So you can see the simplicity of this thing is super awesome, super easy. Anybody can do it. So my opinion on this thing, if you want to use this for filming your bikes or something like that, or just having fun with the drone, filming your area, filming your house, stuff like that, this little drone right here is a great one. Great choice. It's got a good camera, smooth video. We'll insert some of the video footage here.